Alright, so first up, we're hammering a U-nail into this wooden board to lock these wires in place. Gotta make sure it's nice and tight, so give it a few good whacks. Now, grab another nail, slide it right through the loop, and cross it over. Hammer that bad boy down too, and look at that. Those wires aren't going anywhere. Moving on, we've got a couple of metal pipe fittings here. Fire up your blowtorch, cause we're gonna heat these up. Torch in the inside of this piece until it's ready, then we're sticking a white plastic pipe right in there. Watch it melt, and seal up perfectly around the edges. Do the same thing with the threaded fitting, give it some heat, press the pipe in, and let it bond. Once it cools down, we use some pliers to unscrew the metal part, and check it out. It basically made perfect plastic threads on the pipe. Now you can easily screw on a plastic elbow fitting by hand, tight and leak-free. Next trick, trying to pull a nail out with a hammer but it keeps slipping or hitting the board? Frustrating, right? Here's how you actually do it. Just wedge a small block of wood right under the hammerhead for leverage. Pops right out like butter. No sweat. What about a bent nail? Same deal. Use that wooden block to leverage it out. Works like a charm every single time, alright? Say you need to thread a wire through a long plastic pipe. Tie a small metal nut to a piece of twine or string. Drop it into the tube and use a magnet on the outside to guide it along. Just drag it all the way to the other end. Super easy. Once the string is through, tie it to your electrical wire and just pull it through. Boom! Job done. Next up, we're making a DIY anchor. Put a little hot glue inside a hole in a wooden block. Push a bolt in there. Let the glue set up and unscrew it. Spray a little WD-40 on it first if you want, so it doesn't stick too crazy. Now you've got a perfect threaded plastic sleeve inside the wood. You can screw that bolt back in by hand or with pliers, and it holds solid. Need to bundle some wood, but your zip tie is too short? Don't worry about it. Just daisy chain 2 zip ties together. Lock them into each other. Wrap it around the wood and pull it tight. Problem solved. Nice and secure. Okay, taping up a box, but you don't have a tape dispenser? Tearing it with your teeth or messing around with scissors sucks. Try this instead. Stick a small zip tie right onto the roll, just under the tape. Clip the excess off the zip tie, leaving a sharp little edge. Now when you roll the tape out, that zip tie cuts it perfectly every time. And brilliant. Here's a clever hack if you need to cut a clean hole in plastic sheet or drywall. Take the flange off an angle grinder and slide 2 screws through the holes. Tighten them down with a screwdriver so they're sticking straight up. Put it back onto the grinder. Now, you've basically got a makeshift hole saw. Fire up the grinder, press it against the material, and it cuts a perfect circle instantly. Ever tried to hook a heavy spring onto a nail? It's way too stiff to pull by hand. Instead, loop a tough piece of braided string or paracord through the hook. Use the string to stretch the spring out. Guide the hook over the nail, and then just pull the string out. Saves your fingers big time. Want to draw a perfect circle but don't have a compass handy? Just put your hand down. Use your pinky knuckle as a pivot point on the paper. Hold the marker steady and spin the paper around with your other hand. Look at that, a perfect circle. Need an oval instead? Put 2 screws in a board, loop a string around them, put your pen inside the loop, pull it taut and trace it around. Flawless oval, old school style.